Hello, my Pisces besties. Welcome to your June horoscopes. I'm going to be talking about the top 10 transits of the month, what to expect, how to prepare, all that good stuff. And at the end, I'm going to pull a card as well from my Doreen Virtue fairy deck that will give you some more insight and more advice on how to prepare for this month or what to expect this month. There is a lot happening, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Let's start with Saturday, June 3rd. This is when there is a full moon at 13 degrees Sag, and this is your 10th whole sign house. So some sort of project or some sort of endeavor that you've been working on may reach its peak or culmination around this week or on Saturday, June 3rd. This is a time when some sort of major project or major topic in your life finally concludes or you achieve some sort of milestone with it. You could feel some sort of desire to release something holding you back at work, especially, or with the roles you take on. I highly recommend lighting a candle with the intention to release something holding you back from, release outdated professional goals or release public images that don't serve you anymore. You might decide to let go of your desire for a certain job title that you've realized isn't really fulfilling for you, for example. So this is a big one, a big full moon for y'all on June 3rd. And then we're moving on to Monday, June 5th. This is when Venus enters Leo, and we love Venus in Leo. This is a transit for the next couple weeks that bring pleasant and harmonious energy into your daily life, into your daily routines. It's really good for your health. It's really good for your pets. And it makes coworkers a lot more enjoyable as well. So it's a time that you might enjoy your work more in general. You might find that there's more beauty in your daily life. And you might like I said, you might even start to appreciate your colleagues more or just find joy in your daily routine. However, so that's for weeks. Venus is in a sign for weeks. But the day of the ingress, which is normally really nice, it isn't going to be as nice. Venus will oppose Pluto as soon as it enters Leo, and this brings some subconscious or hidden tensions to the surface. It will bubble up. There could be some subconscious or hidden deep-seated fears or anxieties related to work or health that come up for you to work through. So keep that in mind and know that won't last as long as the entire, time of Venus in Leo, but the ingress will be maybe a little bit dramatic. The next day I want to talk about is Sunday, June 11th. There's two things happening. We have Pluto retrograding back into Capricorn, which will be retrograding back into your 11th house. And this invites reassessment regarding your social connections, your group associations, your friendships, and also your long-term aspirations and goals. There might be some sort of powerful transformation within your social circles, or a shift of your future ambitions when Pluto re-enters Capricorn. And this is like energy we're used to. Pluto was in Capricorn since 2008. So this is energy you were used to and maybe thought you were done with, but we're not done. We still got an in and out to do after this even. So maybe like an old friend re-enters your life, or an old power dynamic enters your life, or you reconsider an old dream or an old aspiration that suddenly seems relevant again. Those are all examples. On the same day, we have Mercury entering Gemini. And so Mercury will be entering your 4th whole sign house, and that means that conversations and thoughts might center a lot more around home, family, personal history, roots, your private life. You might find yourself planning a renovation for your home, or moving homes, changing living situations, engaging in more conversations with family, and revisiting childhood memories. You might have more family meetings to discuss home-related matters, or start researching your family tree, for example, or just in general get busier with projects and hobbies at home. And then on Saturday, June 17th, we have another twofer, two things happening. We have the new moon at 26 degrees Gemini, and we have Saturn stationing retrograde at 7 degrees Pisces. The new moon in your fourth whole sign house is definitely a suggestion that there is a new beginning related to your home life, your family life, your emotional foundation. So Mercury enters Gemini, stirs up some dust, and this new moon comes through to help you figure out what you want and to help plant your seed for that. So this new moon is a great time to set intentions with your home life, your living situation, your family life, your private life, that sort of thing. Lighting the candle can symbolize your intention manifesting with these new beginnings. You might want to create a more harmonious family life. You might want to move into a new home, or maybe just work on building more emotional stability. At the same time, Saturday, June 17th, Saturn stations retrograde at 7 degrees Pisces. And when Saturn stations retrograde in your first house, first whole sign house, you might perceive some sort of sense of stillness or a lack of forward motion in terms of personal growth, your goals, your ambitions, your self-image. You might be prompted to reassess your personal goals, your priorities, and how you project yourself onto others in general. It's not unusual to find yourself reflecting a lot more deeply on who you are and what you want while Saturn stations retrograde. You might decide to reassess your fitness goals, for example, or reconsider your personal style. So, we're not too afraid of Saturn retrograde. We like Saturn retrograde. And then on Wednesday, June 21st, we have the sun entering Cancer and Cancer season beginning. So the sun will be entering into your fifth whole sign house, which is very fun, very exciting. We love fifth house season. This illuminates your creative self-expression, your leisurely activities, your recreation, what you do for fun, and romance as well. You might notice, again, a sense of heightened creativity and a desire to express yourself in different ways. Maybe you're able to devote more time to your hobbies during Cancer season, painting, writing, music. You might also be more social during Cancer season and find more joy in romance. So, Cancer season begins, and then on Monday, June 26th, a couple days later, a week later, Mercury enters Cancer. And so Mercury entering your fifth whole sign house, your communication and your thought processes can really hone in on creativity and romance. This is a very creative time to come up with music, to come up with whatever art you create. It's also a very fun time for video games, a fun time for drugs, fun time for working on your hobbies. You might be having more conversations about your hobbies or more conversations about your love life. If you're trying to date, this is a very good season for dating. You might spend some more time discussing your latest art project with people, or talking to your friends about your interests, or just being going on more dates, things like that. Mercury entering Cancer is like the energy of starting up your dating profile again on an app. And being successful, I might add. All right, so the last day I want to talk about is Friday, June 30th, and there are two things happening. We have a Mercury Rizzimi in Cancer, and we have Neptune stationing retrograde. So the final week of June, the last week of June will be very foggy because Neptune will be getting ready to station. That means that it's slowing down, moving at a glacial pace, not to mention being co-present with a stationing Saturn. There is a lot of slowness happening and a lot of fog, a lot of mist, a lot of confusion. Maybe you can't really see the path ahead of you. You don't know what to expect. This is a time where your intuition and your spiritual senses are on high as well. That sort of week, the last week of June, will be more feeling and less logical until Friday, June 30th. That is when the breakthrough happens. So Neptune finally stations at 27 degrees Pisces, and this triggers some introspection regarding who you are and what you want to accomplish. So you might feel the urge to reevaluate and reassess your dreams, your ideals, how you perceive yourself. And it might be really confusing at first. That's Neptune confusing you up. So be very patient. You could be questioning your current career path, for example, whether it aligns with your personal values, your dreams. There's a lot of things to reevaluate when Neptune stations in your first house. But Friday, June 30th, besides the station, we also have the Mercury Rizzimi in Cancer. And this is a very creative time. Your creative ideas, your self-expression, your passions become a focal point with this Rizzimi. It's a very potent day to express your creative self. Writing music, creating, going on dates, articulating your feelings more eloquently, writing love letters, expressing yourself very effectively, and maybe a really good brainstorming session too. But the Mercury Rizzimi indicates some sort of breakthrough happening if you've been feeling foggy and confused for the whole last week of June. So let's see what the card has to say. The Four of Winter. So this is a card about rest. This is a card that tells you to set aside your concerns for now. You don't have to set them aside forever, but set them aside for now and know that you can make a decision later. You don't have to do it right now. There are solutions that come from meditating. This is total Neptune energy. The need for more sleep. Neptune makes you sleepy too. And or a vacation. So taking a break and resting is very important this month as you navigate the confusion and the fog and the breakthroughs left and right. All right, and that wraps up your horoscope for June. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more astrology goodness. If you are hungry for even more astrological insights, you can join my portal for exclusive weekly or monthly forecast and horoscopes. You can book a one-on-one consultation with me, or you can become a member of my wonderful Discord community. So check out the links in the description to get started, and take care, my friends. I will see you next time. Bye.